Hello there everyone. Today we're going to do a sketchbook tour of this Brustro sketchbook, which was my very second sketchbook that I ever got my hands on, and I filled it with lots and lots of pen and ink drawings. It will be interesting to see how much I've improved from my very first sketchbook. So if you've not seen the video of the sketchbook tour of this one, then I'll link to it in the description. But for this video, we're going to focus on this one. So I hope you'll enjoy the video, and do give it a like and subscribe for more content, and let's get right into it. Alright, so let's check this out. And inside of this sketchbook, the very first drawing you're going to see is a drawing of Guts from Berserk, and I made this for Inktober day 14, as you can see over there. Now, Berserk is a phenomenal manga series with some incredible artwork, and this drawing took me quite a while to complete. Usually it doesn't take me more than an hour to complete a pen and ink drawing, but this did take more than that, and I was really proud of it. Of course, I don't think that you could produce this quality of art every single day unless you have lots of free time on your hand, which I didn't at the time. So I didn't really complete Inktober for all the 30 days. And here's another one from one of the Inktober drawings. This is day 16, and it's the prompt, I believe, was something like a rocket or outer space, and so I drew this very detailed illustration using some fine liners. And yeah, you can see there's quite a very distinct effect that you get when you use pens in order to draw something realistic, and it can get the job done quite quickly as compared to other mediums, so it's pretty cool. And here's an Inktober drawing for day 18. This is Haku from Naruto, and you can actually see the process video of me making this drawing from scratch on my YouTube channel. I believe it's the very first video I posted. So yeah. And next up is a drawing of Kakashi from Naruto. And here you can see that I used different kinds of pens in order to ink this illustration, so you can tell that by the difference in the color of the ink. Here is, I believe, an incomplete illustration of Edward Elric, which I completed on the next page. And he's the protagonist of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. You can find the process video of this drawing on my channel as well. These are some practice drawings I made with a brush pen, and another drawing I made with a brush pen, and this is just complete chaos, but it's a good practice to try out new pens that you get, like I did here, using just random stuff, just like drawing any kind of random stuff on paper. It helps you to gauge the quality of your tools and also the limits of your abilities. Next, we have a drawing of Ichigo from Bleach. I remember that I was really proud of this one because it did come out to be pretty good, and I used some fine liners and a pencil to add shading to his skin. And in fact, I liked it so much that I drew it again using a brush and ink this time, which gave it a very distinct look. Let me know which one of the two do you guys prefer, the very traditional brush and ink drawing, or the sort of modern looking fine liner version. Now here is a drawing of a character from Durarara, which is a pretty funny anime, and I used to watch it when it used to air on on TV, and yeah, I just thought it looks pretty cool. Now here is a drawing of Dr. Tenma from Monster, and he is the protagonist of Monster, which is one of my favorite manga series of all time. You should really read Monster or watch the anime adaptation if you like detective stuff, like some mystery thriller kind of thing. And here is another drawing of Dr. Tenma. You can also find the process video for this one on my channel, and in that video you can learn how to draw the very same thing. Next up we have some blank pages and I guess some failed attempts, like we all do. Here is a drawing I made for a friend of mine, which is just a pencil sketch, and yeah, it's pretty fun to draw with a pencil. I recreated it and drew it using a brush pen this time, which gives it that really cool contrasty look. Next up we have a drawing of Harry Potter, and the premise for this one was that I wanted to draw Harry Potter as an anime character, so that's why you can see the lines, they look like something out of a manga, and it was inked using a dip pen. Up next we have a drawing of Manji from Blade of the Immortal. Now this is a really underrated anime series. If you have not watched Blade of the Immortal, then you really should give it a watch, regardless of what genre of anime you prefer. It's basically an action-packed anime series, but it has like lots of other stuff in it which is just completely amazing. So yeah, definitely do give it a watch. Here is a drawing of Kratos, which I never completed. I believe it's a scene from God of War 3, and I guess I will complete it someday, but not today, definitely not. Next up we have a drawing of a weapon from Game of Thrones. You would probably recognize it if you've watched the series. I still haven't watched it. A friend of mine just said that it would be cool to draw it, so I did. And here is a drawing of Muzan from Demon Slayer. He is the villain in Demon Slayer and a vampire. He does quite resemble Michael Jackson from one of his music videos though. Yeah, what do you guys think? Next up we have a drawing of Light Yagami from Death Note, and I've made lots and lots of Death Note fan arts, and I believe this is one of my very favorite ones. You can find the other ones on my Instagram page, and it took me quite a while to draw this illustration. I think about 2 or 3 hours, which is pretty long considering the fact that it doesn't take me so long to draw pen and ink drawings. But I was really proud of this one, so yeah. Up next we have a few more incomplete drawings, which I just forgot about, I guess. And here's a drawing of Luffy from One Piece, which I colored using color pencils. And here is a mishap you can see, which happened because I was using dip pens to ink this illustration, and you do have to be really careful while you are using dip pens or anything that involves ink, because it can get messy. Another incomplete drawing of Luffy, and here's a character from One Piece who is in Luffy's crew, but I forgot his name. I believe he's a really funny character from the anime. And here is a drawing of Stromae, who is a French rapper. And up next we have some blank pages, and yeah, this is another page filled with practice work. I was basically trying to draw from imagination here, and it's really challenging to draw anything from memory, and it's even more challenging to draw perspective drawings from memory. So anything that has a challenging perspective is something that is very difficult to draw, especially if you're drawing it without a reference. And that's what I was doing here, but I do think that it is really good practice to draw from memory, and I encourage you to do so if you want to improve your art. Here's a drawing of a character from some manga I've completely forgot the name of, but I drew it because I liked the character design. Some more funny drawings of Luffy, and here is a very photorealistic drawing of a tiger, and I made it with just one or two fine liners, and yeah, it did come out to be pretty realistic. So you can really draw photorealistic drawings with just pen and ink if you wish to do so. Here's a page filled with just crap, and here's a drawing of Tornado or Tatsumaki from One Punch Man. Her character design is something that is very cool, so I loved inking it with dip pens. You can see all of the cool line variation over there. And here's a page filled with me just drawing random people with a pen. And here's a pretty cool illustration I made using a brush pen and fine liners. I used a brush pen for drawing his bike and fine liners for inking the person. And you can see that there's a lot of cool cross-hatching techniques used here, and shading with a pen is just really fun. I mean, drawing with a pen in general is just very satisfying, as opposed to drawing with a pencil or even a brush. And I think it's the experience of just being in the zone and drawing with a pen that's something which is very cool, and something that I encourage you to experience if you've never used pen and ink to draw your artworks. You should really give it a try. And yeah, so anyways, here is an original character which I made by mixing up Batman and Black Panther, I guess. It did turn out to be pretty cool though. So yeah, I never really draw that many original characters, so it's... Yeah, here's a drawing of Ino from Naruto, and she's a pretty cool character. I drew it using pencils and pen and ink. And up next we have a drawing of one of the leading characters in Platinum End, which is a really cool manga series by the authors of Death Note. So if you like Death Note, then you should give Platinum End a read. I don't really know if it has an anime adaptation, but the manga is pretty good, so yeah, it's a really cool manga series to start with. And let's take a look at the next drawing, which is a drawing of Fubuki or Blizzard from One Punch Man. And yeah, you can see lots of cool cross-hatching over there, and I used a brush pen for most of the line work in this drawing, and it was also an Inktober drawing. As you can see over there, it says Inktober day 17, and yeah, lots of cool line variation here. Another drawing for Inktober, this was day 15, and I believe this was actually originally an oil painting that I made a recreation of using pen and ink. So it does look pretty cool, and it took me quite a long time to draw as well. And well, yeah, that's about it for the sketchbook, and And these were all the drawings that I made when I was first starting out in my drawing journey. I hope that you liked seeing all of the progress I made over time, and let me know what you guys think, and do give it a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more such videos in the future, and let me know in the comments what characters you would want me to draw next, or if I should do more sketchbook tours of other sketchbooks that I have. And I'll see you guys in the next one.